A 0-0 final here from Shields Field in Mankato. We have head coach Derek Lingholm with us. Coach, obviously a tough way to end it there, especially in the second half with the red card. But let's talk about your goalkeeper net, Francisco Villarino. 7 saves on the afternoon, able to keep the opponents out of the back of net, including in the dying moments there.
He
Uh,
he kind of set that one up himself. We talked about that. I said if he doesn't make that save at the end, we're having a much different conversation on his performance today. But no, he was fantastic all day. At the very end there, we just have to make a better decision. There's 20 seconds left. He's got the ball. Just pick it up, hold it for as long as you can, and then just send that puppy along and let's get out of here so we don't get any more cards.
Yeah, it was definitely a different game than what we saw even against Gustavus and what we've seen in your other first 2 matches as well. Talk about just the passing lanes. It seemed like there was just no room to maneuver. That the defenders just were really solid in defense.
No, they've got a really good defense. Their defense is a lot like ours. We've watched them play a little bit, and they kind of have a very similar setup and size and strength. And I thought really good kudos to our defense too. I thought they put us in a really good spot. But no, I think offensively we were doing a good job of putting pressure on them throughout the game with our press, especially when we were in a 3-5-2 formation. But when we got that red card, that took that guy out. That helped us get that. So we had to try to attack in a different way. And I think there was a lot of frustration with a lot of different elements of the game that we won't talk about necessarily. But no, it was a good, hard fought game. I appreciate that on our guys' part. But at the same time, the one thing that I've always been a huge believer in is that anytime you slide tackle, it means you've done something wrong, almost exclusively. And we just had so many of those today where even if they weren't a foul, you put the ref in a tough spot. And the red card in front of our bench, I think it was a red card. And Antonio Lima has been a fantastic player for us so far, and I know he feels terrible about it. But it's one of those things we've got to make a much better decision there. And it's too bad. I mean, we just saw the play. Raheem did a great job in the first half of applying that pressure that we were talking about. And we got the penalty kick, and it's just too bad we missed the net. That's kind of the cardinal sin. You always put those penalty kicks on net if you can, and obviously we didn't do that, so it's too bad.
Yeah, a couple of things go a different way. It might be a different result, but looking at it from this vantage point, obviously a good test kind of for you
Mm-hmm.
guys as we gear up for conference play starting here next week against MLC. One more match against Eau Claire. Kind of
Mm-hmm.
preview that one a little bit for us.
Eau Claire's a really good team. They're one of the better teams in our region, and so we know that's going to be a tough one. They've already they beat up on Northland the other day. They beat Hamlin, who we also beat too. So we know it's going to be a test. It's a big trip, long trip. So we've got that coming up this week. But the good news is we've got a couple days here that we can kind of recuperate mentally, kind of figure out what we're going to do. Obviously, Mr. Lima's not going to be making the trip with us, and myself included. A lot of us have a lot of yellow on us today, so we got to hopefully get rid of that. So that'll be interesting as well.
Well, again, a 0-0 draw, another draw as the Vikings continue forward in the season. Good luck again on Thursday, I believe, against Eau Claire.
All right, thank you much. Appreciate it.